Awesome. So we are officially live. I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to join us, but it is a pleasure being live with you, Veena.
Thank you. I feel like we need to do like a woo, 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 woo. We're live.
I'll let you do the woo, woo, woo. I know you've got all the energy.
We're live.
Awesome. Okay, so a couple of people have joined us. Thank you for joining on. I don't think we've done a live together, have we?
No. So me and Sam have done a lot of collabs. Usually when we've been in the YouTube HQ in London, but we haven't done this is the first time. This is why it's even more exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've done loads of videos together. And I think like when we first done our first video, that was like the first time we properly were introduced to each other. Like what we do is so similar. And so we kind of like have kept in contact and stuff like that. And I think like you are probably the one YouTuber who I keep in contact with the most.
Oh, that's so privileged.
I don't know if the feeling is mutual, but hey, you know, it's all good. Yeah,
actually, I always say to people, we'll do like a little bonus tip here, is that you know, when you are starting on social media, especially YouTube, actually try and make friends or collab with people, because I don't know about you, but sometimes if I just want to talk YouTube stuff, I'll call Sam up, and he understands, because we're growing our channels at a similar kind of rate. I've dropped down a bit because I haven't uploaded in like 4 months for you know, issues surrounding my life, but it's just important, isn't it, to connect with someone?
Yeah, I agree. I think like I can't even remember how long it was ago now that we done our first collaboration, but it's kind of like we've grown together. We both like hit 10K around about the same time. Got access to the YouTube space. Hi to Susan as well from Barcelona. And I think it was really cool having someone like who I've grown with on YouTube. So like going to the YouTube space now, meeting new YouTubers and stuff like that. It's kind of like when we go to events, I know Veena knows me. So we're never kind of like, oh, we don't know anybody here.
By ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Unless I can't make an event or you can't make an event. But I think it's cool because the connections I make, I can introduce them to you, and then vice versa. So networking, especially when you get to a certain like, actually, I wouldn't even say it to a certain level, because I was networking on YouTube way before I even hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh wow, that's really
was you doing the same?
I think I was reaching out to people, but you know, obviously you're special, Sam, because you're one of the few people that I
all of the ladies say this to me. I'm special. No, I'm joking. None of them say that. Apart from my mom. But I went to a couple of events. So there's this Facebook group. So anyone who wants to start YouTube and lives in the UK, oh no, it lives in London. There's a Facebook group called London Small YouTubers. And that was a fantastic group for me to be a part of, because it was just YouTubers who were trying to grow, starting their channels. Some people doing gaming, some people doing dance and cooking and stuff like that, loads of different things. And it kind of just allowed me to meet other people who were doing what I was doing, and we can support each other's channels and stuff like that.
Yeah, it does. I think it makes such a difference to do that.
And then you can create opportunities to collaborate as well.
Yeah.
And I think
what me and Sam have done for all these years.
And I was thinking today, actually, like it's easier to collab with you now because it's more organic, because we have that genuine friendship as well. So it's not just like trying to get subscribers from each other or followers or something like that. But at the same time, when you do blow up on YouTube and you have like 5.8 million followers, and I can call you and be like, Veena, that collaboration, that collab has to come.
It is. I think that's a really good tip, is just really, if you haven't even started your YouTube journey yet, if you're even going to use YouTube purely for business, and what we're going to talk about today is how to get clients, it's still important to network with other YouTubers, and it does not matter how many subscribers they have, because I really feel in 2021 the subscriber number, it does not matter. It does not matter at all, because people get so obsessed with, oh, I need to get 1,000, oh, I need to get this many. And do you know what, I don't know the most recent statistic, but I think it's like 90% of people that watch my YouTube channel are not subscribed. I'm going to say that again. So 90% of people who watch my YouTube videos are not subscribed to me. So it just proves the point of, you know, it doesn't really matter if someone is it looks good for an ego thing if you've got 20,000 subscribers, 30, but whatever it is. But yeah, I think in the way we are now, it doesn't actually make that much of a difference.
Yeah, I agree. I think like there's so many opportunities that come from being on YouTube, more so than just like the followers, if that makes sense. So like what, for example, and this is not even like to brag. Okay, it is to brag a little bit. Go brag a little bit. No, I'm joking. But not even to brag, but I've worked with some really high profile companies like as a direct result of my YouTube channel. So, and even like in terms of like revenue and income, obviously I run a business alongside the YouTube channel, but I would say YouTube has kind of directly been responsible for, you know, some of my months where I've done like 5, 6, 7, or even 8K in revenue. And then I've been able to collaborate with like LinkedIn and Fiverr and Squarespace and Wix and stuff like that. But the channel itself might not have hundreds of thousands of subscribers or millions of views, but there's ways to monetize and actually create a business from YouTube. And that's kind of like what I wanted to focus on today. It's like, it's great because I mean, you know, we go to the YouTube space often and we see so many YouTubers at various different stages. Some are like super famous with millions of followers. Others are like, they have built like really cool niche YouTube channels and stuff like that. But the common question is like, how do we make money from this now? Kind of thing. And so it's not a conversation that I see had a lot.
No, it's not. And I'm quite, if I can use the word proud, I'm quite proud of how we are building our channels, because it might look like it's going very slowly and nothing much happens, but because me and Sam have both met other channels that have literally got so many more subscribers than us, maybe like 100,000, 200,000, sub 800,000, but even they are struggling to make money. You can't rely on Google AdSense, which is, you know, if you put ads in front of your videos and someone clicks, you get like 1 pence or whatever it is, but you can't rely on that. And some of these people who, again, proving the point, don't focus on that subscriber number, because so many people have got a big subscriber base, but they're actually probably making less money than you, Sam, when it comes to, you know, the partnerships and everything. So yeah. And I think we had a discussion before this, and I got a sneak peek behind some of the points that you had. And the first one was, don't expect but expect. So what did you mean? What did you mean by that? Complete contradiction. But when you're starting to make videos on YouTube specifically, and you're like, yeah, everyone says do video marketing, I'm going to get loads of clients, I would say to people, don't expect to get clients from your first few videos, but expect it at the same time. And I'm going to explain what this means, because it just sounds a bit like, what are you talking about? So when I say don't expect, it's because, and I see this all the time with people, they will maybe make 4 or 5 videos and they'll be like, oh, this is so pointless. I've put all this time and energy. No one's buying my book. No one's contacting me for consultation. And they just give up. So that's why I said don't expect to get clients straight away, because YouTube is the long game. You can release a video today and you might not actually make money from that video, or someone may not hire you for like a year, 2 years. That sounds quite, you know, dramatic, but it's happened to me where people have subscribed to my channel, watched a video, and they might not you know, do that exchange of energy, buy something, a course from me or whatever it is, for many months or even a year later. So that's that first bit. And then when I say expect to get clients from YouTube, again, what I mean by that is your videos are forever on YouTube. So when you're doing those first few videos, don't treat them as throwaway videos and be like, oh, it doesn't matter, no one's going to watch these, because those videos could blow up in, again, a few months' time, a year's time. And then you're going to be like, oh, why did I not try a bit harder? And I've done this before where I haven't even like brushed my hair. I've done a video, it gets picked up in search, and I'm like, great, it had to be that video. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I think, yeah, it's kind of like put in the effort as if you had loads more subscribers and followers, even when you don't have it. Because essentially, if the quality of the videos are not good, then that's not going to attract the followers, even if they do get the exposure kind of thing. So it's like, don't expect to get them straight away, but still prepare the videos as if you're going to kind of get them straight away, if that makes sense.
And you can, again, you can have that. You could be doing YouTube for a year and maybe your videos are getting like 10, 20 views. But then all of a sudden, 12 months later, one of them just pops off for whatever reason that is. Nobody knows why. And then guess what's going to happen? All those people that are watching that video, they're going to go back and watch your old stuff. And they're actually going to start getting those videos recommended from YouTube to them as well. So that's why it's just important to put all your effort in at the end of the day, especially YouTube.
And I think we've had discussions with people as well at the YouTube space, other YouTubers, and the common theme that I hear with like YouTubers who've way past 100K is like they were just like putting out videos, being consistent, and all of a sudden one video done a lot better than the others, and it boosted them up to 100K or 200K or 300K. So it's just about that level of consistency. And Ollie has said, what a pair. Great to see Ollie on.
Oh, hi, Ollie.
But I love what Susan said, is consistency pays off eventually, but you have to be patient.
Exactly.
100%. So yeah, the next point that you had was funnel and keep it simple. So what did you mean by that?
I wish I knew this from the beginning, because I started my YouTube channel years ago. I didn't even understand what a funnel was. And I'm going to actually explain it in really kind of layman terms for people who don't know what a funnel is, because there's still a lot of people that don't. So all a funnel is that when you've maybe done your YouTube video, you'll have a call to action at the end, which I actually encourage people to do that call to action at the beginning as well, because you know, the majority of people, unfortunately, never get to the end of your YouTube video. So always have a call to action at the beginning. And that could be something really simple, like, you know, for my top 10 Instagram tips on how you can get to 1,000 followers, download my free PDF. Now, when someone goes to your website, they download that PDF, they're basically in your funnel then. So after they've downloaded your freebie, you could then put them to another website page that is selling them something for like $5 or something like that. And some people make it more complicated, and they have like down sales and up sales and take this offer now and all of that. But again, in simple terms, you give something to someone, a free PDF, a free audio, workbook, you get their email address, and then you're basically showing them different offers, or they go straight into your email list, and you just start email marketing them.
Fantastic.
In a good, simple way.
And I'm going to take that opportunity to shamelessly plug my formula, which is my free book right next to me here, as I always keep it in my videos. And I always say, like, the reason why I did this is because I wanted to create a visual representation of my free giveaway. So a lot of people are like, yeah, go and download whatever it is, this free video or whatever. But I've made because YouTube is such a visual platform, and I've got literally hundreds of videos on YouTube. People are seeing this thing behind me all of the time in all of my videos, and subconsciously they're like, what is that thing that's behind them? And I'm mentioning it all of the time when I'm doing a live on YouTube or on Instagram or in LinkedIn, wherever I am. People are seeing this. So when they go to my site, it's not like, wait, what's that? you know, I'm not downloading that, but it's that familiarity as well. So I would piggyback off of what you just said, is have that free giveaway. But if you are creating videos for your business, because YouTube is such a visual platform, then make it visual, make it something that looks tangible, and make sure
like what Sam's got behind him. I feel like I just want to grab it from his, you know, background and actually flick through it. So that's that's brilliant. That's a really good tip.
And the next point was make a lot of content. Like this I think it is what a lot of people struggle with. So let's delve into that.
I think people, especially when they're starting YouTube, and even if they're in a year in, sometimes is we don't realize the amount of content you've got to pump into YouTube. And remember, everything is for your benefit, because you could make a video called how to make a Victoria sponge cake, and it might not do that well. But then you might do another video called how to make the perfect sponge cake with chocolate icing. And then that one could blow up. So even though you might be thinking, oh, hold on, those videos are really similar, in a way they're not, because you've changed the title, you might have a different thumbnail. And again, it's kind of like a game of, I don't want to call YouTube a lottery, because there are a lot of things, as we both know, that you must do on your videos. But I'm going to be honest, like sometimes one of my videos do really well. I'm just like, what's happened there? And you can try and dissect it, and I always try and do that, because you always want to replicate that video. But this is why I said make a lot of videos, because you're not going to know what works from 10 videos. You've literally got to do hundreds of videos on YouTube. The more videos you have on YouTube, the better, because they're assets. They could pop off at any time. Even if one of your videos has 30 views, it only takes one person from 30 people to buy something from you or subscribe to your email list. Like, I think we've really got to start thinking about YouTube in that way, because again, so many people are caught up. I must have thousands of views on a video. I must have millions of subscribers. And of course, that's great. Me and you aren't going to say no to that, are we? But at the same time, it's don't become obsessed with the numbers.
Yeah, I agree. And particularly like with the topic of this live, which is attracting clients, like we have a different mindset to people who are just on YouTube just creating entertainment content. It's like if you have a business model in mind, if you want to use YouTube as a way to drive traffic to your e-com store, you know, your products, or, you know, get more clients in, then it's not necessarily about the views, it's about the right type of views. But like you were saying, like you got to make a lot of content. I always say to people who want to start YouTube, you know, make your first 100 videos.
Yeah.
And you get different reactions when you say that, because people are like, yeah, like 100 videos, like that seems like a lot, but it's during the process of making the 100, you get better as a content creator, and also you get consistent. You start learning, like you said, what videos work, what videos don't work so well. And you can also look at your analytics as well. And you can see where people are dropping off in the videos and what topics people are interested in and what thumbnails worked and what thumbnails didn't work and stuff like that. And then you use that data to grow your channel even more. And you say, okay, cool. People are liking this. I'm going to focus on this. And then you grow your channel kind of thing.
No, exactly. And even in terms of, do you know, that we could go like literally talk all day about this, because there's so many kind of interlinked points to that as well, in terms of making loads of videos. And even, you know, putting your videos in playlists are so important. You know, if you are a builder and I don't know, you transform loads of houses, like really like, I don't know, amazing houses, you should have a whole playlist of just your transformations. You should have another playlist of, I don't know, tips on DIY, like easy things people can do at home. There's just so many ways to get clients from YouTube. It's not just about doing a tutorial or doing a how-to. It's really, and like Sam said, even within those 100 videos, it's trying different content types. So do a tutorial, do a vlog, do a how-to, do an interview like we're doing now. There's so many different things to do, isn't there? And what you said as well, actually, about, you know, how we see YouTube differently. I think if you are running a business, you do have to see it how me and Sam see it, because if you are on YouTube you just want to make videos and you're like a Logan Paul type person, they do obsess over the views and subscribers. That's like their business model in a way. They are looking to get those viral videos. But for us, you know, for us people, you don't need it.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll take this opportunity to say, if anyone has comments, this will be or questions, this will be the best time to ask just before we jump off of live. So this is like, if you have questions, then type them in now or forever hold your peace. But if you're, I mean, for those exactly, if you are watching like after the fact and we're not live, then just leave your questions in the comment section as well, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. But yeah, I do love the points that you were making. I think like even like particularly with the funnel, like it's so important to do something with the traffic that you're getting from YouTube. Like how is, because some people we debate about, okay, what is the return on investment on creating YouTube videos? How do you actually turn it into a sustainable business? And if you can capture people's data, there's so many ways you can utilize that to your advantage later on down the line if you're selling a product or a service. And yeah, I think like you said, like not being obsessed with the numbers of views, but more so what are you doing with those views? And just to add a little bit of context to it, when you mentioned the playlists and how important they are, it was my marketing playlist that LinkedIn saw, which was the reason why they decided to work with me. And so, yeah, playlists can be really important as well. Put your videos into playlists so people can see, okay, this person's got a catalog of content. It's not just one video, but they specialize in this particular thing, whatever that might be. So that's a great way to kind of just showcase your knowledge or your skills or your product or your service kind of thing.
And yeah, like that, and just make it so clear what it is you do. Like, I think that there's always this debate, isn't there? Niche or not to niche, what should you do? And I don't know, in my opinion, I do think it's important to niche, but even with me, I've got such a broad niche, like it's video. Like that's a big niche, but that could be, you know, Instagram tips. It could be YouTube tips. It could be equipment, video editing. And like you said, you never know who's watching your YouTube channel. I've had so many people reach out and want to do collaborations. I've had one company, they're a video editing software company, and that collaboration with them is going really well. And again, if you were to look at my channel, you'll just be like, oh, is anyone like contacting her? Like, it looks like a bit dead here. What's going on? But there's always stuff happening in the background that you can't see. And even though our latest videos, it might look like they haven't got that many views, our channel is getting pushed by all our older content as well. And that's, I think, even how this video editing company found, again, my channel, because I've just got so much content up there. So it is important to keep on, I don't want to use the word pumping out, because then I feel it kind of loses that, you know, the effort. But you've got to put a lot of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that the more consistent you can be with it, and I have a similar thing to you, which is that I've got such a broad niche, which doesn't always help with regards to the vanity metrics. And by vanity metrics, I mean more like views and subscribers and stuff. Like the more niche, well, it's you have to kind of find a balance, because if you're too niche, then that could potentially like limit who's going to watch the videos. But if you're too broad, then you might put videos out that some of your subscribers they're not that interested in. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. With myself, like I knew that I would get bored if I only spoke about one thing all day, every day, whether that be SEO or e-commerce or whatever that would be. I knew that it would affect my views going forward if I was to expand and talk about everything. But I just enjoy that more. And so I guess it's a balance as well between, because you want to enjoy what you're doing.
Exactly. And that is the perfect word Sam has used. We all have our own balance. So what my balance is different to Sam, is different to someone else. And I'm actually similar to Sam. I need to be making different videos, because I was at one point just doing YouTube tips. And I was like, I'm really narrowing myself down here. And I just got a bit bored of saying the same thing. But if you are an Instagram expert, then I just do Instagram tips and tutorials, because that is where that's what you do at the end of the day. Maybe after 2 years, maybe you're like, I'm bored of Instagram now. I want to be Instagram and LinkedIn expert. So again, I don't think there's an answer to that. It's just, number one, like what Sam said, find your own balance. And yeah, it's just look at, why are you doing YouTube in the first place? What is your goal for it as well? And everyone's answer will be different.
Yeah, and I think that's really key as well. That's really key. So the way you structure your YouTube channel, it should depend on what your goal is. If your goal is to drive sales to your website, your e-commerce website where you're selling products, then your channel is going to be slightly different than to someone who is trying to just create entertainment content. If you have a service, then the type of content you create to drive customers to that service is going to be slightly different as well. So it's always like starting with that end goal. What are you trying to achieve with the YouTube channel? And then creating videos that will help you to reach that goal.
And even with my channel at the moment, youtube.com/official Veena V. With that, it's again, it's such a broad niche, but my kind of main aim with that is actually creating income stream. So when I got so much, I won't go into it now because I'll probably start crying, but there's so much going on in my life personally that my YouTube channel is giving me a source of income. I'm not even uploading videos. So I'm getting that little bit of reoccurring revenue from the Google AdSense, from the odd sale here and there as well. And it's just the different strategy, because that is much more like, okay, we want to get the tutorials out. I want to, partner with more companies, affiliate income. But I'm going to be launching a new channel soon that's all about, because I'm currently studying to be a hypnotherapist. So with that, my pure aim of each video will be get someone to book a call. So it's going to be very different. So I'm the same person, but I've going to have these two different channels that have got different aims. So my content and the way I strategize over that is going to be very different.
Yeah. And I started a new channel as well. I don't know if a lot of my subscribers
know. Your podcast.
A podcast with my brother, where it's colloquial, I will say. So it's not like this format at all, but like you said, like the aim of that channel is literally just entertainment. That's all it is. It's not we are educating a little bit, I guess. But it's like you have to start with that. You have to start with what is the how are you analyzing? What are the KPIs? What is success? And it's so easy to get carried away to start a YouTube channel and think, oh, I don't have as many subscribers as this person or as many views as that person. But was your initial aim just to get views or just to get subscribers, or is it bringing in the clients? If it's doing what you wanted it to do, then that's the main thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's so individual, isn't it, to the person? And we could be here all day talking about 100%. This, couldn't we? There is a lot. We'll have to do a live on my channel, and then we can continue this discussion, isn't it?
I'm up for that. We've got Will who's asking, Sam, I saw you've got a course on LinkedIn. Is this something you've been able to directly monetize? Yes. So yeah, there's loads of ways I monetize my channel. I might go into that in a different video. But yes, LinkedIn is one of the ways I was able to kind of like monetize as well. We've got Susan who says, and some people enjoy and like videos, tweets, IG posts, but I forget or can't be bothered to hit the like button. That's very true as well. Sometimes your biggest fans don't say anything. And so, yeah, YouTube can feel like very lonely. It can feel like, oh my gosh, no one's talking to me. But there are people who like, I was surprised one time I was putting out a lot of content and it seemed like no one was commenting and I was discouraged. And then I got an email from someone who literally took points from every single video I'd put out in the last 2 weeks and said, oh, you said this here and you said that there. And I was like, oh wow, you didn't comment, but you watched, kind of thing. And that was like interesting, because you can look at your analytics, see your watch time, and see, okay, people are actually gaining benefit, even if they're not necessarily liking or commenting or, you know, subscribing.
It can feel discouraging when that happens. So I think I'm here. Yeah, it can feel discouraging, because if you're not seeing any comments, it's like, is anyone watching my content?
Yeah.
Well, also I actually wanted to say, and I don't know if you maybe quickly go into it, but remember also, when you're running a business and you're trying to get clients from YouTube, think outside the box. So right at the beginning of my YouTube channel, I didn't have any funnels. I didn't really have a strategy, but I used my YouTube channel to get me work as a social media mentor. And I used to do workshops. So I'd have like 30 businesses in front of me, and I would teach them how they can make videos, how they can be confident on camera. And when I was kind of pitching myself to these big kind of companies in London, I would send them a link to my YouTube channel and say, this is what I'm currently doing. So again, it's all about thinking outside the box. Yeah, it's just an example for you that it doesn't have to be so linear. It doesn't have to be like, make a video, I get a client. It could be like, hold on, I'm going to put all my best content out there, and I'm going to go and get a job at, I don't know if you're a cook, like at a restaurant. I'm going to do social media for someone else. I'm going to, whatever it is, just think outside the box, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. We've run out of time. But I'm going to quickly go through the questions. Well, not questions, more comments. But Susan has said, that's the great thing about YouTube. Posts can have a very long life. I'm on Twitter, and the shelf life is so short, plus no income from the consumption of your content. I agree 100%. Like, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. And like Veena was saying, you know, she hasn't uploaded in a while, but she's still getting those views and getting that income coming in from the passive videos that she's created. And there's so many ways to monetize your audience on YouTube, from sponsorships. Like those of you who are subscribed to my channel, you'd see that I've collaborated with so many brands and companies. So that's an income source. You got AdSense, you got affiliate marketing if you use it effectively. You can sell your own products and services. So there's so many ways, and obviously building your email list as well. Download the formula, guys. Another plug. So yeah, I completely agree with that.
And so I just need to quickly say, Sam did it perfectly in this video about, you know, getting you to download his freebie, because he said it at the beginning of the video. And like I said, unfortunately, there's some people that aren't going to get to this stage, but he's mentioned it again now. So always mention whatever you're trying to give away, or however you're trying to connect with someone, always say it twice in your YouTube video.
Yeah, and I think make it as valuable as possible as well. So one of the reasons why I shamelessly plug the formula is because when I wrote it, I wanted it to be so good and informative that even if like a family member or a friend came to me for marketing advice, I would say to them, go and download the formula. And literally all of my friends know about the formula. When they come to my house, they see the formula there. You know, so anyone who wants to start a business, that's where they need to start, because I could talk to you and try and break down all of the different marketing elements and stuff like that. Or you can read that. It's a very quick read. And then you get a better understanding of how to market your business. So don't just like create something that's poor and then get people to download it, but actually put some real good effort into it, make it really valuable and a great resource, and it will kind of sell itself, kind of thing.
And why that's so good as well is because if someone downloads something for free and they're like, oh my God, if this guy is giving this away for free, imagine what his paid stuff is like. So it works. I think I've worked with a lot of clients. They're like, oh, Veena, I don't want to do YouTube videos. I'm giving away everything. And then you're telling me to make a freebie. I'm giving it all away. But I'm like, but you're not really, because that will come back to you. I believe that. And I think, you know, it's
I agree. And it's actually quite fitting that Ollie's comment is next, because he said, act like you're talking to thousands from the get-go. I think Ollie does this extremely well on his channel, Olliethorpe. If you see how well he edits his videos, man, it's crazy. Like I look at his videos and I start thinking, man, I need to step up my game. Because the way he puts these videos together is incredible. And yeah, I agree with what he's saying there. And Ollie was even saying, I was having a chat with Ollie a couple of days ago. That video hopefully is going to be live soon. And he was saying that, I can't remember now. What was the last point that you said? I completely forgot it. I was in a flow.
The formula.
Oh, that's what he was saying. So he was saying that he doesn't buy from anybody until he goes through all of their free content and sees how good the free content is before then buying. I hope that's correct, Ollie. I hope I haven't sabotaged that whole thing. But yeah.
Remember, just by doing YouTube videos in itself, that is free content. So even if you're not going to take it that step further and do what Sam did and put like he could sell his free ebook, but just remember as well, your YouTube videos, put all your effort into it, because again, you just don't know the opportunities that can come from YouTube. It's limitless. It really is.
Exactly. And we have Tface, who believes that this live is Hinge or Tinder. He's saying complimenting one of the people on our lives. So yeah.
What? How is this Tinder?
No, he's saying that Susan is looking hot. I wasn't really sure how to react to that. Susan is a good compliment.
Wow, we could. Sam, maybe we should start like a dating show and hooking people up in the comments.
Should we start a dating show? I don't know. Susan, she might be engaged or married. I don't know. Like, maybe you need to slide in her DMs. That sounds like more of a private message to send rather than a. Let's go back to Ollie's comment. But no, thank you so much, Veena. I'm going to post your link here.
Oh, thank you.
Official Veena V. Make sure you go to her YouTube channel and subscribe. She's got, she's technically the professional when it comes to video. So many videos on creating awesome video. Exactly. Like, and she takes the advice that she gives as well in terms of like creating loads of content. So she's got a load of content on her channel, from live streaming. We done actually a collab, isn't it? How to live stream on, I don't know what platform it was, but when you tested out, I think it was Rooms on Messenger.
Oh yeah. Sam makes an appearance, and so
I make an appearance.
I always make him. I'm like, Sam, I need someone to help me. Can you do? We did how to go. I think it was a Facebook. I don't know, or Zoom. He said like he pops up everywhere.
It was one of them. What I'll do is I'll try and find it and I'll leave it in the description to this video. So
you did a great job in that.
Thank you. That was yeah. I was like the starring role.
No, that's why I got so much views, that video.
If you put my face in the thumbnail, it probably would have like 2 million by now, or something like that.
Oh yeah, sorry. Next time.
But no, yeah. Make sure you go and follow Veena. We're gonna be there's talks of a live on her channel, so that's something to look forward
when I get back into. Oh, can I just say one last thing? Sorry, I feel like I'm like, wait, don't go. Oh no, what was I going to say? I can't remember. Oh no, that's it. Always be consistent with your content. And the reason I'm just like, slap me on the hand here a little bit. I could put up a video today, but for me, I'm like, there's no point to that, because I want to make sure when I come back to YouTube, I've got a backlog of like literally 10, 20 videos ready to go, because don't ever feel pressure from other people, or actually the pressure comes from ourselves. A lot of the time I was like, oh my God, I haven't gone on YouTube for ages. Oh no, what's gonna happen to my life? But you know, life goes on, everything's gonna be fine. And when I come back, it will be consistent.
Yeah.
Great content.
And I would say set up your channel in a way as well that I hear you say this all the time, searchable content.
Oh, all the time, yeah.
So that means it's working for you even when you're not working for it.
And simplicity wins the search.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. It's so true. The easier, like how to tie a tie.
Oh my God, that video probably has 1 million views.
Exactly, and it's so simple.
Make a cup of tea.
Yeah,
has
those
millions
kind of,
views.
for some reason they do really well. So think about your niche. What is like the basic questions that people have, and answer those, and yeah, you will attract an audience. Yeah, thank you everyone for being on. Veena, you'll love this. Susan is saying Sam Day Tinder tips. I don't think I have any Tinder tips for anybody, but she's
if
always
people had our conversation before this.
I definitely don't have any Tinder tips, but I've got marketing tips. So make sure you download the formula and get those tips.
Exactly.
And maybe, yeah, when you make your business grow, maybe you'll do better on Tinder as well. Maybe that should be a marketing thing that I have as well. Like,
I think you should go on a dating. I've seen people on dating apps and they're just promoting their Instagram. And I thought, my God, I'm going to start doing the same thing.
Maybe I should start doing that actually. Just promote the formula. Yeah, promote the formula on Tinder and see how that goes. Document the journey on YouTube. That's a great idea.
Don't do that. I'm not even joking.
So yeah, Susan is saying no one is sliding in anywhere. So sorry about that, Tface. Yeah, thank you to everybody who joined us. I'm gonna end us now because we've gone a little bit over. But yeah, thank you so much, Veena, for sharing all of your awesome tips. Is there anything else you would like to add, or
no,
anything
I'm not
you've got going on?
Here for another hour if I start talking again. So we'll leave that for the live on my channel.
We're gonna leave it for the new live. So until next time, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.